his own soul. I've heard several pastors that have paraphrased that verse and said, what would it profit a preacher if he gains the whole world and loses his own family? I, as a pastor, have had the unfortunate privilege of seeing way too many times preachers who are amazingly gifted of standing up and preaching God's word, preaching to the people gathered within the walls of their churches and preaching to them the importance of protecting and guiding and influencing their family with the gospel of Jesus Christ, all along while their family drifts further and further and further away from truth. Nothing could be more tragic. In the very next chapter in the book of Mark, in Mark chapter 9, the disciples had gathered Jesus together off away from the crowd with quite a conundrum. They were confused because they said, Jesus, you have told us that we could do all kinds of things with your power. That we could heal, that we could cast out demons, and we could do all kinds of things in your name. But yet, when this father brought this boy to us, we could not do it. Why could we not heal him? And Jesus made a powerful statement. He said, because this kind of thing cannot come about except through prayer and through fasting. Leaders, pastors, preachers, Christian leaders, let me tell you, the only hope that your family has of being a family that honors God and runs to God and continues to be an example of what the love of Christ is all about is that if you, as the leader, as the pastor, as a mom, as a dad, if you are passionately on your knees before God and praying by name for them every single day, do not take your children, your spouse, for granted that just because you are serving God, that they will as well. And so right now, what I want us, each and every one of us in this room, those who are watching this service today, to take a few moments and to do nothing more but absolutely nothing less than to pray individually right now for those in your family, to pray for them by name. Pray that God would do in them and through them and for them what only God can do. You can't do it. Another pastor can't do it. Only God can do it. Let's take this moment and together pray for them by name.
Lord God, I lift up Kelly. I pray, Father, that her heart would be turned toward you, that as you did this baby together in her womb, and you set over this child, and you prepared this precious Lord God, that Kelly's heart will turn toward you. Father, I pray for Sam. God, heal his wounds. Father, I pray he wants passionately and badly in love with you, and he recognizes that he is a powerful man chosen of God. Father, to lead the family. I pray for Harper. Oh, this precious girl loves you so much. She's already given her life to you for Father. I pray for protection. She's in a secular school. God, I pray that her light shines so brightly. She will not know any fear, that she will gladly and happily proclaim the name of Jesus Christ. She will stand on that truth that you give her to serve her brother. She will be able to divide and discern rightly truth from lies, light from dark. Father God, I pray for Jacob, that he would turn his eyes and heart toward you, that he full of passion.
God, today we stand before you,
His son and Ashley's brother,
lifting our hearts, lifting our voices to you,
Jesus' mighty name.
recognizing, God, that you have given us the most amazing gift in the gift of your Son, Jesus Christ. Your family that you gave up so that we might be part of your family. God, we thank you for that gift. We thank you that he died on the cross, that he was buried, and the third day he rose again to give us the hope of life, a hope of the future. God, we recognize today that the gospel of Jesus Christ is the hope for the world. And God, we also recognize today that the gospel of Jesus Christ is the hope for our family. And so, God, I pray right now for every family represented in this place. God, for every husband and for every wife, for every child, for every grandchild, God, I pray that you would put your hand upon them, that you would encourage them and strengthen them and guide them in your wisdom and in your sovereignty. God, I pray that for every family represented here today, that there would not be one more casualty to the thief who comes to steal and to kill and to destroy. God, I pray that all of our families would be nothing but examples and witness to the second part of that verse in John 10:10, that you have come that we might have life and have it more abundantly. God, I pray for abundant life. God, I pray for Ephesians 3:20 over every family here, that you would do in our families exceedingly abundantly more than we could ever ask or think, more than we're smart enough to ask for, God, that you would do that in our families. God, protect them. We know Satan wants to destroy, but God, we know greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. And so, God, I pray that today that our families would be examples of Satan being defeated and stopped in his tracks, because our God is in control, and our God leads and our God guides. Let there not be one more casualty in the family of God.
Amen.
And God, for that, we will give you all the praise, all of the glory. You're the only one worthy of our praise. And we pray this prayer because you told us to, in the name that is above every name, and the name that one day every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus and Jesus alone is Lord. Amen.
Amen.